Welcome back to another shed night. It's actually dark this time. That's good. Some point. I did a thing. I bought a trailer. I bought a few things recently, actually. I should stay off Marketplace, seriously. But I don't want to. But I really should, because this is getting out of control. Nonetheless, now I've got a trailer. That's what we're doing here, by the way. It's probably a thumbnail, and you clicked it for that reason. My big car trailer that I did the guards on and whatnot recently, the floor has gotten considerably worse than what it was, and a small section of it, like a big section of it, has kind of collapsed and fallen right down. So I need to fix that pretty soon, actually. It's quite bad. So in order to continue to transport motorbikes around whilst I fix that, because I'm going to have to cut the floor out, send it to sandblasting, it's going to take time. A couple of months probably, knowing me. Anyways, in the meantime, I have this trailer, which is not ready to be used as a trailer yet. I understand that is a predicament, but it's just the way I roll, okay? You have to bear with me. Nonetheless, I can make it my dream trailer for 2 to 3 months, and then I'm going to sell it. So I'll show you my plan. Let's go. Get a hang of this beauty. She is something special. That's not attached. The deck's good. The deck's quite heavy. You can see right here, we've got some pretty heavy duty steel. Underneath it's really nice. The frame like all that's good. The other side of this steel plate is in really good condition. Someone's put this terrible toolbox on here, which is mounted on the back side of it. That's meant to be the lid, so that's not going well. But by doing this, the trailer is now too short to carry a motorbike, so that's got to go. I don't know, came with some miscellaneous bits and pieces, motorbike related. You know, someone was into bikes, so that's that. The trailer's pretty good though. It's an older Trailers 2000, which is why I bought it. Because in Queensland now, I don't know if it's Australia-wide, but in Queensland, if you can't do your own, build your own trailer, get a VIN plate and do it, you have to get an engineer to sign off on it. So I had to buy a trailer that had a VIN plate on it. That means I can get this thing re-registered without any hassles. So we have guards. I was trying to find a knife and I can't. We have guards. The same guards from Huntsman that I used on the other trailer. These were $100 delivered, 115 delivered, something like that. They're the big 2mm suckers like on the last one. So we're gonna get some new guards on it. I have a new box for the front. Another Marketplace thing. Like I say, I've really got to stay off Marketplace. It's getting out of hand. But anyway, like the trailer was $500, which seems like a lot of money, but for a motorbike trailer, it's actually pretty good. It's got a VIN plate. There's only a few mods I want to do to make it sort of suit me better. That was $100 on Marketplace. The guards were $100, and it didn't really matter what I bought. I was gonna, unless I bought something new, I guess. I was gonna modify it anyway, let's be honest. So, toolbox has to go. I'm gonna put a little stopper at the front for the bikes to hit up on. Mount that box on the front. Clean this up. It's gonna have to be painted black because the blue is just not gonna do it for me. And it's in need of a paint job. Won't hurt. And we'll get some guards on this thing. So let's go. Let's rip into it. Right. Seen that coming, dickhead? Should have seen it coming. It's being tricky, mainly because it's awkward. Let's go backwards with it. Roll over, you big heifer. Like, it's a really good sized toolbox, but not for this trailer. This is mint. That's a kick-ass box. And I did think about extending the drawbar and keeping it. However, it is kind of beaten to hell. It's got a hole cut in it here and holes drilled in it, and it's just, I don't know, it's a bit rougher than I would like. It's got holes in the top. I think I did the right thing. Plus, there's only a temporary trailer and I don't need to carry a lot. So that can go on the front and we'll be good. Now that looks better already. See, it's way more practical. And I can put like a little angle piece here and up so the bikes have somewhere for the tires to nudge into. I may even, I don't know, I'm making something go. I've got a hell heap of 50 by 25mm steel over there. So I can do a bit. I'm either going to extend the trailer forwards a little bit, or I'm just going to put like a little ramped bit on there with some side bits the tires lock into. This box is way better size. Fits nicely on the drawbar. I have a key for this lock, which is nice. It's got no excessive holes in it. And look at this, ready? Oh, gas strut. Goodness. It's got a nice little bit of rubber in the bottom. I like this box. This is very nice. Neat, tidy, functional, and looks good. So that is that. That's going alright. Not bad. I really don't know where I'm starting here. I just kind of, tonight's my night to get something done on this. I wanted the box off first. Let's just be honest here. I've just been on that out of my way because it was bothering me. I know that box is going to work now. So what I might do is move on to the guards, hack grind and do whatever I need there, get the guards done. And if I've got time tonight, we'll do that. If not, that's going to be tomorrow night. Either way, it's getting done. Done a substantial amount of procrastinating, but I have a plan. So that's how that little box looks. I'm very happy with that. These I had upstairs. They were a set of tub racks I made for a Hilux, and something went wrong and the measurements were incorrect. But they're the right width for the front, and I want to put like a bit of a extended nose on this, just a little bit for the tires of the bikes. I think they're going to work. I have two of them. But anyway, I'm gonna rip in and cut these guards off. Let's get the guards off the thing. We'll go from there. That was barely hanging on. Get a hang of that. It's just that little bit of weld on the top and some silicone. Silicone doesn't hold on guards. Tech screws? No, it's bolted. I'll give them that much. That end wasn't much better, was it? In here you go. Bye bye. Other side. I've made it this far. The guards were not held on by very much. That was very convenient. These are our new ones and they're sexy. Look at this. These are better than the last ones. They got little radius edges. They're all laser cut. But like the last ones, I still have to go through and weld up all the fold lines, which is totally fine. Not a big job. Get these two welded up. Then we start looking at how we're going to mount them up. Just like that, they were all welded up, ground back. Look at that. Yep. You've seen this before. Anyway, got some zinc black. Don't actually have spray paint mixed up this time, so I'm just going to hit them with a bit of this on the inside so we can get them on here tonight. I've just heated the whole show up with my butane torch, just so that it makes it go off way faster and stick way better. So I'll get both of these sprayed up. We're going to have a bite to eat, and then I'm going to get back into cleaning up where they mount over here. Make sure that's all going to be good. Weld them on. We can tick trailer guards off the list. Now, we need to get these onto here, so I'm going to clean this mounting surface up with a grinder, get them sitting in the right spot. I lost the car, so we can level out the trailer and get these things sitting correctly. Good Lord, this has been something. Anyways, so as mentioned, the guards are painted. I don't even know where I'm up to in this video anymore. This took a little bit of nutting out. I had to move the toolbox backwards from where I had it because the jockey wheel wouldn't rotate, and that would have been bad. Right now it's a bit of a knuckle basher, but it's still better than what it was. This bar had a little top bracket on it. I've cut them off. That's these. So we didn't want them. Plus, that's how it was bolted before, and it was garbage. This is a tub rack for a Hilux that we did ages ago, and the measurements were incorrect, and it was too narrow. So I've used that as the bikes are going to sit in up against here, and I'll put a back support down here in a second, and some uprights. So we're making progress here. This is coming along pretty darn nicely. So that's where we're at so far. I've got to throw some more bits and pieces in here. We need probably the tyre width and then a big angle piece coming back to the deck. They'll both strengthen this up and just lock that wheel in a bit better. Can't really move through there. Won't be able to go that way. So we'll do two of those. So we have two bikes facing forwards on this trailer and the other one facing backwards. My plan with that is I'm going to put a rail along here with an adjustable ramp that folds up, and the ramp's going to go to, like, I don't know, not quite center at the rear, and then the third bike will face backwards into that ramp. I know that sounds weird or ambitious, or not really quite right, but trust me, I haven't got a plan. I didn't make a drawing. I just made this up in my head and we're going to execute. So that's where we're at. We'll do that bit soon though. Let's get the front of this done. Probably going to run out of time tonight because it's now 10 o'clock. I kind of had enough. This trailer's really not square. Now, I've done a lot of trailers and they're usually not square. This thing's ridiculously out of square, just about everywhere, which sucks because when you try and work to making things square, something that's not square just doesn't work. So I'm doing my best to make it square-ish, but also complement the trailer. I know that's a weird way of putting it, but like not look stupid on the trailer because my bit is square and correct, and the trailer's not square and correct. Like the guards are not quite right. I've got gaps. This here I've got on these uprights aren't quite right on each side. But the trailer doesn't go, the top deck doesn't go all the way across on the other side, so there was a gap, just stuff like that. So We'll make it good enough though. Well, it's been a couple of days. I'm not even wearing the same t-shirt, I don't think. I have no idea what shirt I was wearing. Would have been one of the work shirts nonetheless. This is where we got up to the other night. I got the front in there. I was messing around. I want to put some sections that go from here down to the deck so that when the wheels are in this area here, they lock in. They can't sort of scoot out either way. I was playing with this. It wasn't going well. That's backwards. Like that. And I couldn't get the angles right. I don't know why I couldn't get the angles right. I was tired and I had enough. Anyway, now that I've put some more thought into it, I don't even want this in there. I want round bar. I just think that would look, it'd be more discreet and it's easy to weld in. And if I ever decided I don't want it there, it's very easy to get rid of. Whereas this would take a lot of cutting and grinding to make it go away. So I'm going to put some round bar in there. And that'll sort that out. Now, because I've carried the wheels forward, these tie down points are no longer any good. So I'm going to put something comes on the fence here. This needs to come out to about here anyway, roughly in line with that one. And I wonder if I just put a big box in here and just tie it back into the guard. I'm not sure. I'm still playing with that idea. So we've got that to do. We're going to make up the rear and we've got this box bolted down. So I'm going to get cracking. All right, this is what we got. I put those bars in like I spoke about. I just kept it really simple. Now, I had to make this piece here because there was that bit of angle line the box was sitting up against, which is this thing. It wasn't welded on straight. Nothing on this trailer is welded straight or square. It's killing me. Anyway, it wasn't on there square and the welds were terrible, so I have rectified that. Plus, I needed to come out to here because we're going to have to put an additional tie down point here because the bikes, like if we use this tie down point to the handlebars, it's not enough angle. We need more angle coming forwards. So basically, rule of thumb is wherever your wheel touches on the front is where your tie down point needs to be. So I'll add another loop to that and we'll have a really good tie down. I'm going to put some loops in the middle. We can fit the box. We can move on from the front of the trailer down to the back of the trailer. I got some plans for that too. Fancy little ramp scenario. We have some tie downs. And a noisy motorbike. Back her off, dude. Anyways, we got some tie down points. I just bent them up. They're going to do the job just nicely. A couple in the center, a couple to the outer. That way our bikes pull down from this big angle up here, so that'll strap them in quite tightly. That'll be much, much better. Kind of looks a little odd being like a weird box bit on there, but anyway. Talking of boxes, there's one there. Let's get this sucker bolted to the front. That'll finalise that part, and then we're cool with the front. I'm going to I'm going to make some caps up for this. I'll do that. Bolt down the box. I'm really excited to do the rear. I want to do a tube across the back that has another tube floating on it, so I can move the ramp side to side, and then the ramp will live in the center, folded upright, with the stay going back, so the bike facing backwards locks into the ramp. Yeah, I'm pumped on the idea. I think it'll work. It's kind of similar to the car trailer before I took the ramps off. I don't know if there's any videos of that. I had these big ramps on the back and they just had like a locking bar that held the ramps there. They sort of just lifted up and then they just locked in there. So we're going to do something similar to that. Pretty excited for it. I'm going to call this front finished. I don't love it, but it's functional, I suppose, and that's all that really matters. Toolboxes now on there. It was not much fun to do it, but it's done. Hate drilling holes. So yeah, toolbox. Does toolbox things. I don't know, it'll just carry a few bits and pieces for us. Nowhere for a spare wheel yet. Haven't really thought that through too much more either. Anyway, the front's good as done. Let's go down the back and actually come up with something creative for the rear here. I'm going to make a little ramp. It's going to be fun. Bear with me. Making this up as I go, so here's what I got. That's going to be the bar that runs across the back here. And then I've got these pieces that are going to go on here. We'll weld it, and there'll be a gap in between here. And then the ramp will also be on a bit of a round tube. I want the ramp so I can slide from side to side and pick up each 3 bike points, but live in the center so that the backwards facing bike locks into it. That's the plan. So I've got this. I'm going to go cut another piece of tube that slides over it. It's going to be 250 mil. I want it pretty fat. So I'm going to use 50 by 50 and keep using this box and have little bars in between it, I think. That's my plan so far. That's what we're rolling with. So I'll go cut a piece that goes over here. Let's go have a look at that. I just got it over here on the machine, ready to cut. Look how good the ram looks. Ooh, she got painted. Anyway, It's going to be our over tube, and just go over that other piece so we can slide the ramp along this bar. It is working! Okay, so let's recap. Just weld all this out. Here's our little extensions. That's our beam that goes all the way across, and this is our ramp, which is permanently attached to the trailer. It swings up, and I'll make some stays so that the backwards facing bike has something to go up against. But if you want it over here for this one, we'll just slide it along to here. We can put that bike on the ramp. But wait, there's more. Say you want to put the far side bike on the ramp. I know we all know this is where it's going, but I'm a little bit excited. Slide it over here. Let it swing down. Bam. You can load bikes anywhere. It could have done with a bigger piece of bar. Heavier duty. It's just exhaust tube 1.6, but I genuinely don't have anything more heavy duty laying around here. For an exhaust shop, I have lots of exhaust pipe, and I have always got this blue painted 25 by 50. We make jigs out of it. So we go through, we make a lot of jigs. We reverse engineer a lot of mufflers for customers. Like say, if you come in with a muffler for an excavator that's all rusted out, we'll make a new one, but we have to jig the old one to get all its mounting fixtures. So we use that steel for that. We just make up a jig and we can reverse engineer stuff. I'm going to put some bits in here. It's the bits, what am I talking about? Little crossbars. Otherwise the motorbike's going to fall through it. We've got two really thin ramps. So yeah. We'll sort that out, and then I'm going to have to work out some sort of stays to retain the bike. These are all on my list. When you're welding in big sections of steel, that stuff goes quickly. When you're doing smaller, tedious work, that takes bloody ever. Anyway, every little tedious task I tick off is one less I have to do. I'll show you this bit. The ramp now has little crossbars in it. There's 11 of the little fellas. They're all in there. So now I need to make it. I was going to grab that then. It's hot. I would have been bad. That one I got it crooked. Anyway, whatever. I've got to make something so it locks in, so it stands upright. In this area here with a motorbike in it. So let's go. I've got some ideas ahead. So I'm going to go put them onto a piece of steel and see if it works. These are going to be the stays, I suppose you could call them, that hold the ramp up whilst in transit and locks in that third bike. So these are 400 long, 50 mil wide, 5 mil. Just going to put some holes in these. Just gave this drill bit a good sharpening and she's ripping through it. It's only mild steel, so I guess it should be. It's doing the trick real nice. Bam, just like that. Alright, so that's these made. Let's go make up some more bits. Pretty sure I am finished with fabrication, I think. Check this thing out. Far out. This took hours, but it's freaking cool. Ta-da! The ramp is done. Now let me walk you through all of the things I learned as I went along with this process. These were annoying. Every time you weld one of these, they pull and it closes up the gap for the next one. So I had to try and lay them all in there to a certain extent so I didn't all pull in. They're all in. These are my supports. These are stainless steel. 16 mil stainless. That hole was not much fun, I can tell you now. But that's all in there and done. The big thing I had to learn was, if you see down there's a bit of round bar, and there's another matching piece of round bar below it. This being only 1.6 exhaust tube had a ton of deflection in it. When I pulled on this, the whole thing got smashed into the trailer and was going to bend it, whereas now it is rock solid. It's moving the whole trailer. So that was something I had to learn. It'll be fine as a ramp. When you're putting the force of straps down for a bike, it would have been like really ripping on and bent the thing. So anyway, I really should have gotten some better tube for that. But it's what I had. It's currently Saturday. So business is what it is right now. So that's that. Next thing I got to clean this thing up and paint it. That's the next big thing. So fab work's done. I got tie down points are in. We kept these. We've added these, the center ones. We've got these back here now for strapping the bike backwards. Plus it's got a couple of random ones across the trailer, so I figured we'll keep all them in there too. So yeah, that is us. That's what we're looking at. I'm pretty happy with it. New guards are on. The guards are crooked. because the mounting plate for the trailer is crooked. You can't really see it there, but they're not very straight. But I didn't want to put an extra heap of work into making new mounting plates, so we just went back to the side of the trailer. Is what it is. Box is bolted down. Very happy with the box. Really happy with the whole trailer. As long as it tows well and carries 3 bikes, I guess that's all I can ask for. I've got no spare wheel yet. I don't have a plan for that. Anyway, we'll work that out later. Let's get it cleaned up for paint. Just getting her all prepped up, ready to paint it. Just got to knock all this surface rust out of it. The only way to do that is with one of these bad boys. So that's it, just do that to the whole thing. Alright, we're prepped for paint. I wasn't gonna have these runner pieces taped off, but they are stainless steel, so I decided to tape them off. I've taped up the pins and on these front ones here too. I didn't mean to make them out of stainless, I just didn't have any rod here that was steel, so they're stainless. Anyway, she's all prepped, ready to paint. Got my fans running so that we can just blow the overspray away. It's only enamel, so it ain't gonna hurt no one. It just really stops it from getting on my nice white truck over there. So yeah, let's paint. And just like that, it was black. Now you may wonder why I always choose black. Maybe you didn't wonder, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I usually paint things black, particularly satin black. This looks way more glossy than satin. Is because I will probably mess with this in the future. I don't know. It's just something I do. And most of the rattle cans you get, those zinc type ones, come in that sort of satiny black. So it just means if I want to change something in the future, I can just cut it off, weld it, and paint it black wherever I did it. It'll all blend back in. That being said, here we are. She came up pretty darn good too. New guards, our rear, what do you call that? What is that thing? Oh, it's actually pretty touch dry already. Ramp. It's a bloody ramp. Crying out loud. Ramp came up good. Guards and all the front modifications we did. Throw the toolbox back on, and I'll probably do that in the morning actually. It's still dark, you know, being and all. So we'll give her overnight to dry out a little bit. And we'll go. We've got a little bit of a fry up there. Not really sure what that's all about. Also don't care a whole lot. So yeah, I'm just going to untape it and that'll do for the night. We'll get back to it in the morning. I got a little excited and took the tape off. And I'm very happy that I did. I'm also very happy that I left these without paint on them. They look mint. Rear bar, because that's going to slide back and forth. I got some overspray on it, but yeah, well, yeah, I missed a bit. Whatever's. This is how these work. They just got these linch pins in them. That way the bars stay there. That's all that. That's all that. And these bits here got left stainless steel as well. Actually, I should throw the box back on. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We only mark the paint where it sits. Let's do it. Right, now you get the final product. Get a hang of that. There's more to do on the wheels. I'm going to polish these up and I'm going to do wheel bearings on it. Actually, I have no idea what the wheel bearings look like, but I'm going to pull them off and do them anyway. But yeah, that's what it's going to look like. I'm not mad at all. I think it came up pretty gosh darn good. Toolbox is mint. It's actually a nice deep toolbox. It's $100 or something like that on Marketplace. Mint. That is us. Get a hang of her. I'm thinking once the paint dries, it shouldn't be so shiny, but maybe it will be. It was meant to be a satin finish paint. The ramp's cool. The ramp's really cool, actually. I'm very happy with how that came out. Like I say, the only regret is I probably would have made this out of a heavier duty piece of tube. I think it's going to deflect a bit. But anyway, looks sick. I'm wrapped. Anyways, now I am going to go home. And that's the air compressor. Better go turn that off before I go home. Oof. It's another day. I don't know how many days we're up to here. I haven't really done a whole lot each day, but a little bit each day. Anyway, trailer looks sexy as. I'm going to get my rattle gun out and just rip these wheels off. Check the wheel bearings. They seem really good. So I'm assuming they're going to be reasonably good grease-wise inside. I'm going to clean the wheels up while they're off. So let's get into that. In case of the no dust caps, I'm assuming because of the center caps, you can't run the dust caps. It's kind of dumb. You really should have the dust cap, because then when the grease heats up, it just stays in there. So it's not really in there though. We have to let it ride for now because I don't have any dust caps and it's Sunday afternoon. I couldn't be bothered going anywhere. We'll clean all this up, throw some paint on it. I'll just repack these bearings, clean the rims up, That'll do. Just trying to work out why the split pen wouldn't come out. It's a freaking nail. And this is gritty, it's all full of sand. You need dust caps, man. Wheel bearings clean up like brand new, so we're good to go there. I'm just going to repack and put them all back together. So I put this back together with new grease and whatnot, but it is notchy. Like really freaking notchy. The bearings are toast, or the shells are toast, or combination of both. So I went down the shops and I bought more bearings. But I didn't know what I had, so I have forward and I have hold. I don't know if you've ever made that mistake before, but it's a real pain in the backside. And it's Sunday afternoon, I just need this stupid thing done. At this point in time, yes, now this is on the stupid thing list. Right up there with the Jeep, the stupid Jeep. Anyway, let's bash some wheel bearings in these hubs. I was going to clean the wheels up, and I started polishing one right here, then realised they're painted silver. So I have to sand through all the silver to polish them. So I'm not doing that either. I'm just going to put some wheel bearings in this thing. I need it next weekend, we're going riding. I still got to service the bikes. I've got stuff to do. I haven't got time for wheel bearings, but if I don't do it now, well, it might bite me in the bum, so let's do it. Oh, nearly defeated me. Tell you what, wheel bearings is not really what I had in mind of doing this afternoon. I thought I was going to repack them. Anyway, we've got new wheel bearings. I didn't film any of that because, well, I didn't really want to do it in the first place. So, yeah, I just skipped over it, okay? Anyway, it's got new wheel bearings. You just have to believe me, I suppose. Nonetheless, trailer's finished. Got a big ride on next weekend, so this thing will be getting used straight away. So thanks for watching, and alright, I'll see you on the next video, whatever that may be.